read out of the positions of the cars for some reason, but that's not a problem. They're coming back through the start-finish straight. One more lap to race, and the safety car is in, and they're racing a final lap. So we do get a final lap to race by the look of things. And Deforny warming up the tyres, preparing to go on the attack, I think, by the look of things. With one lap left to run, Deforny's going to, he's saying to himself, can I get through to second position in this final lap? But Schwartzman is keeping on the pace. And so's Fenestraz. Those tyres have cooled down a little bit in the last lap, so have to heat them up a bit. But Deforny looking for the opportunity, but it doesn't look like he's going to be getting it. The gap's still there as they come down through St. Baume and back into the Mistral straight along the top of the track. Section 2 of the track, very, very fast again, coming back into that final the chicane here at the top, just under the bridge. Going very, very fast along there. Some overtaking happening a little bit further back there.
That's Max Futrell.
Futrell is coming back up. Oh! And we have an incredible turn of situation in this last lap. Schwartzman has gone off in the last lap on the top section. Schwartzman, the leader, has headed off the track. He's gone over the onto the that was Fenestraz, I mean. Did I say Fenestraz? Okay. Fenestraz has rolled as Schwartzman prepares to come through and take the checkered flag. It's going to be car number 10, Schwartzman, coming through to take the checkered flag after an incredible turn of situation with Fenestraz, who'd been leading very easily, but having to defend himself. Of course, he had all that pressure on him, and he just couldn't have, I mean, obviously something, he just lost it at that point. Brilliant performance from Schwartzman and Deforny. Schwartzman coming through to take the win. Schwartzman taking the checkered flag from Deforny, and Yifei from China on the podium as well in car number 1. And that will be the finishing positions of this first race of the weekend. Let's hope that Fenestraz is okay, having rolled over onto the roof. Of course, the cars are made to take that sort of thing, but we're really hoping that everything will be okay for him. We've got the emergency crews there. We'll see the exactly what happened looking back here, and he did get a shunt from Schwartzman on the inside of that curve.
That's a nasty looking accident.
That's a very nasty accident.
Let's hope Sacha's okay.
We're really hoping that he will be okay. That's, of course, the cars are made to take quite a bit of punishment, but motor racing is a dangerous sport, and it looks like it looks like he wasn't. He was pretty well protected there by the look of things. So we're crossing our fingers for Sacha. The emergency crews are there, and that incident will be investigated after the race. Again, as we said, it looked like he got a bit of a shunt on the inside from Robert Schwartzman. Robert going hell for leather and really trying to get the win in those last few turns. And of course, there's a lot of pressure on both sides, so it's difficult to say. And again, these are the sort of things that the race direction has to look at more closely. It's difficult to put our own opinion on something like that, but there we go. We're going to get a look at it again by the look of things. Here we go, and yep, it could have been anyone's game there. He did. I think Schwartzman he had a pretty clean line on the inside. Fenestraz turned into the racing line, so he probably didn't have much of a choice either, the way he was set up for that corner. So it's difficult to really say. And again, the race direction will no doubt look at that very closely and decide exactly who is to blame, if there is someone to blame for that accident. Sometimes it's just a racing action, and you can't really say who's to blame. So in any case, Schwartzman going through to take the win in car number 10. Again, Schwartzman in the championship will come up with some important points. Robert Schwartzman currently in second position. A good well over 20 points, 28 points, 27 points behind Fenestraz. And Fenestraz not finishing there, so that's going to bring Schwartzman right back up, unless, of course, there is a penalty. So we'll have to see what happens after that race. Fenestraz coming into the pit lane. Schwartzman coming into the pit lane. Beg your pardon. And I'd like to thank very much, of course, our guest today, James Lloyd, Media Communications for Renault Sport from the F1 team, and also Renault Sport Academy. He's going to go and join the people down on the grid. Give them all our best, and we hope that things will be okay, definitely, for Sacha. So thanks again for joining me, James.
Thanks very much for having me.
Okay, and hi to all the guys from the junior team as well. So we're going to be, I think we're going to be making a clip with those guys, and we'll be able to see that also on YouTube and so on. So we'll be following up with those teams and the other, of course, the other junior academies as well, showing exactly what they do and how they do it. So in the next weeks or month, we'll be catching up with all the junior academy teams, the Renault Sport Academy, Red Bull Junior, and of course the Russian SMP, as well as the...
What an eventful and amazing race. Tell us your story about this race today.
Well, the race was really hard, and in the beginning I lost a place to my teammate by making a mistake, and then I managed to get it back, and then my pace was really good. I was starting to catch up Sacha, and we were fighting the last part of the race, and after the safety car restart, last corner in the chicane, I tried to make a maneuver inside. I was already inside, so I didn't do anything wrong because he overbraked in the exit, so I launched him in, and there was a space for me, but I know this style. He tried to defend around the outside, but I was already there, and I was turning, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't avoid because I was already on the curb, and I just touched him, and I didn't want it. The race ended like this. I don't feel really happy at all. But yeah, it was not for me. It was just a race incident. I didn't do it on purpose, and I really enjoyed the race, the first part of the race when we were fighting, and then it just this incident happened, and yeah, I'm sorry from my part, but I think it's race incidents.
Thank you, Robert.
As Robert Schwartzman said, a very unfortunate incident in that last lap.